Hello and welcome everybody. This is your host Learvok, and you're just in time for more unstable Magic the Gathering cards. So yeah, I went through the deck of 100 cards and pulled out all the duplicates and the ones that we've already seen from the pack that we already opened. About this much, which is roughly a little less than half the deck, which, granted, not too bad. Not too bad for getting duplicates. Usually, all the cards usually have like one or two between them, so it's not too bad of a haul. Which left us with about this many. I'm trying to keep my hands trying to show off. Trying to show us off the best way I can. Got this with about this many cards. Yeah. So the cards that you see separate are the cards I want to show off last. Most of these cards are pretty interesting, though we got a lot of similar cards. So we have stuff like Spell Suck, which counters target spells in a symbol or contraption. Selfie-Preservation. Search your library for a basic land card and reveal it. If there's a tree in its art, put it onto the battlefield. Tap. Otherwise, put it into your hand. Then shuffle your library. This would be very useful if you run a forest deck. Why? Well, it's named Forest. Do you really need a reason? You really need to know? Sacrifice play. And a person outside the game chooses an attacking or blocking creature target opponent controls. That player sacrifices that creature. That's what I noticed a lot of with this deck, with this set. There's a lot of, like I said, audience play. Like I said in the last episode, there's a lot of audience participation, or just pick someone from outside the game and have them do something. Riveting Rigor. When Riveting Rigor enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another artifact. If you do, put 2 1/1 counters on Rigor and assemble a contraption, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's good if you're going to sacrifice a lot of artifacts. You can boost them up pretty quickly. And you get to assemble a contraption too. Again, don't know how contraptions work. I have not looked up that rules yet. I probably should. The next one we have is Defective Detective. Can't be blocked, so he can directly attack the player. I mean, all cards can directly attack the player, but you can't do anything to stop them. When Defective Detective enters the battlefield, a person outside the game looks at target opponent's hand and chooses a card from it. That player reveals that card. That's pretty good, actually. That's basically just randomly picking a card. Work a double. Assemble 2 contraptions. That's okay. Again, don't know how contraptions work. Wrench Rigor. When Wrench Rigor enters the battlefield, it assembles a contraption. That seems to be something a lot of the red cards can do too, is focusing on contraptions. You have another host creature, the Crafty Octopus. When it enters the battlefield, this creature assembles a contraption. So when you combine that with stuff like, let me see if I have one in, yeah, I think I moved it into the stuff I want to show last. Yes, I did. Why did I do that? Let me see if I can find, here we go. So let's say you decide to combine the octopus with the multi-headed, so it becomes a multi-headed octopus. It gains, at the beginning of each end step, if you rolled a die, you get to assemble a contraption. So yeah. Then you got Merman. You may draw a card whenever you activate the ability. Big Bow Constrictor. Roll a 6-sided die. Target opponent loses life equal to the result. That can be very powerful if bundled right. And then you have Eager Beaver. You may untap target permanent. That's actually pretty good. That's actually pretty good on its own. You say you attack with all your creatures. Oh, you got all your creatures down. At the end of your step, summon this guy out. Bam! You get to untap a creature and defend yourself. Already have. Why did I pick Defective Detective again? I thought I removed the doubles. I went through this like 3 or 4 times. So probably not enough. I went through and looked, I swear. Ferocious Vacuum. When you enter the battlefield, put a 1/1 counter on target creature. Again, very useful ability. A free roaming goblin. Roll a 6-sided die. Creature, create a number of 1/1 goblin creature tokens equal to the result. That can be, again, very useful. Or it could be pretty bad. You can essentially get a 1/1 token for 6 mana, or you can get 6 1/1 tokens. That's, actually, I've seen cards that work that exact same way, except instead of rolling the dice, it's actually much better. Chivalrous Chevalier, a cyborg knight. Flying, when Chevalier enters the battlefield, return a creature you control to its owner's hand unless you complement an opponent. Oh! Okay. So, you have to return a creature that you control, which means if I have another creature on the battlefield and I want to keep this guy out, I have to complement an opponent. Like say, you have a very interesting smile. What, that's not a compliment? A gnome-made machine. When the creature enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 colorless creature token. That can be very useful. Did we already have that one? I feel like I already did. It must have been someone else. Magic Word. Enchant a creature, add magic word into the battlefield, choose a word. Whenever the chosen word, whisper the chosen word, tap enchanted creature. So this is very good. You can put onto an opponent's creature, and say you don't want them defending that turn, you can whisper the word, and it taps them. Completely overpowered, and it's completely useless to do the whisper part, but I love it. Again, that's part of the whole unstable thing, that they add these really stupid, unnecessary steps. And these really stupid cards, like this one, the Extremely Slow Zombie. I love the Christmas hat on it. I love the fact that it's in the winter. Last Strike. This is complementary to an ability called First Strike, which means normally when creatures attack, they hit at the same time, which means 2 1/1 creatures going against each other kill each other. But with First Strike, the one with First Strike attacks first, then the next ones. So it deals all the damage to the first one and survives. Last Strike does the exact opposite. It attacks last. This card is almost, I can guarantee, is completely useless unless you defend. No, even if you're defending, because Last Strike still applies for defending creatures. But it's just a funny card. I love that, just how goofy it is. Let's see. Good. Paniac. Creature, Brainiac. I wonder where they came up with the name. At the beginning of their upkeep, roll a 6-sided die. Paniac gets +X+0, where X is the result until the end of turn. So this could essentially give it a 6/3 or a 1/3 until the end of the turn. You're about to be struck by a brilliant idea. I actually like that one. I didn't read the card. We have another augment ability, Humming. Whenever you attack with 2 or more creatures, it activates the ability. And then we, in addition, have a Wild crocodile. Sorry, I was looking through the cards there real quick. You can augment the hummingbird to make it a humming crocodile. And whenever two creatures attack in one turn, the humming crocodile gets to search your library for a basic land card, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. That is a very useful ability for running a green deck, being able to pull your land out. That's a very useful ability for, in general, just being able to pull out your lands. Next one we have, I'll go ahead and show this one. Joyride Rigger. I like this one just for the flavor text. When Joyride Rigger enters the battlefield, it assembles a contraption. Chitty chitty bang 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 bang. I love that. Just a reference to Chitty Chitty Bang Bang and the fact that goblins are weird. Goblins are goofy in the game in general. This one's another one I like the flavor text too. Finders Keepers. Destroy target creature, then assemble a contraption. The sneak code clearly permits looting corpses for parts. That just means Agent 47.3 had to make sure her target was dead first. I missed the way I read that. It makes it sound weird, but if you actually read it correctly, it's hard to read this here. Actually, no, I have a database up here. Let me. No, it's screwed. This will be faster. We have Just Desserts. Cool, you're having no problem with this earlier. Focus. Okay, do I need to adjust this thing? It's not gonna let me. Nope, it's not. Gotta do that ahead of time. Wow, okay. Thing hates me now. Focus. Focus. There we go. Just Desserts deals in? Oh, pi. Excuse me. Pi damage to target creature. Pi is the name of a circle. Is the ratio of a circle. Circumference is a circle's circumference to its diameter. It's a little more than 3. It's actually, in mathematics, it's 3.14. I think it's technically 3.14159 something. I don't even know if I'm getting the rest of those numbers right. It's an endless pi. It's time to put the die in diameter. Flaky the Irrational. Oh, good lord. Love that. Didn't read the flavor text before. We have an Ordinary Pony, whose ability is you may exile target non-horse creature you control, then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. That can be very useful with the right abilities. We have Timeout. Roll a 6-sided die, put target non-land permanent in its owner's library just beneath the X cards of that library where X is the result. Again, it's a very neat little card to put cards away. And we have Common Iguana, which I thought we had already, I guess we hadn't seen. You may discard a card if you do draw a card. Old Guard. And you can see he's old. He is very old. A cyborg soldier who's very old. Tap target creature without reminder text. Remember, reminder text is still any italicized text in parentheses that explains rules you already know. So that's basically, you can't tap this card with that ability, but you can tap, say, Common Iguana or Beast and Show. See, because it doesn't have any reminder text for telling you how trample works. Ground Pounder is our next card. Roll a 6-sided dice. Ground Pounder gets +X until end of turn, where X is the result of the dice. Whenever you roll a 5 or higher on the die, Ground Pounder gains trample until end of turn. That could make it a very powerful 8/8 trampler, or even a 7/7 trampler. That's actually really good. That's a nice little ability for 4 mana. And it's a cheap card, so if you need a 2/2 out there to begin with, it works out that way. You have an adorable kitten. Oh, it's about to be spliced into an unholy abomination. That is still going to be a kitten, but it's not going to be adorable because it will lose its first ability. Because that's how these cards work. And now we're starting to get problems with the focusing again. Let's see, roll a 6-sided die. You gain life equal to the result. That can be a killer ability. Hoisted Hireling. Is it? Yeah, Hoisted Hireling. Having trouble reading the card again. Hoisted Hireling has flying as long as it's being held above the battlefield. So basically, I can hold it above the battlefield like this and say, I'm going to attack. Do you defend? Nope. Oh, you can't defend because it's got flying. You can't catch it. You can't catch it. Technically, that's flying when it's in your hand because it's being held above the battlefield. Well, I guess it depends on where you define the battlefield. The battlefield will be where the creatures lay, so it has to be over that part. Zarv no longer trusted the kitten posters, telling him to hang in there. That is success. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's a host or has augment, it gains lifelink. Lifelink. That's a really good ability, especially with all the host creatures. So, say we go back to the adorable kitten. You put this instant spell on it. Not only do you gain the ability of its primary ability, but it gains lifelink, which means whenever it attacks and it deals damage, you gain that damage back as health. So if it hits the opponent full force, and say you'll get 1 life back from the adorable kitten, or if you have, say, Beast and Show, that's a really good one. With Trample, 6 life, you can gain 6 life back. Oh, but Beast and Show is not a host, excuse me. Or let's say you have multi-headed attached to the adorable kitten, so it's a 5/5. You now get 5 life whenever you attack. But yeah, so success is a really good ability. Those who witness my work often question its necessity. I've never understood that. Dr. Julius Jumblemorph. Got that weird J thing. Okay, and we got 2 more cards left, which is the both host creatures. We got Dirty Rat, you dirty rat, and Stinging Scorpion. Dirty Rat, whenever it is summoned, target opponent discards a card, and with the Stinging Scorpion, target creature and opponent controls gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Whew, that was a lot of cards to go through, and we still have about probably 20 more cards left. But yeah, so these are, again, I love Unstable so much. It is such a neat little all these weird little gimmicks that just and it's not just a gimmick, it's not just like physical gimmicks like the asking a person or rolling the dice. It's just a bunch of other stuff too. But yeah, so we'll go ahead and end the episode off here, and then in the next episode we'll go after the rest of the deck that does not contain duplicates. Until then, I'll see you guys later.